Hi, I'm Peter Page from Queer as Folk, and you are watching Media Ball.
Hella von Sinnen ist großer Sharon Gless-Fan von Kenny und Lacey und ich natürlich auch, vor allen Dingen, weil sie mit ihrer Rolle bei Queer as Folk natürlich sowas wie die Mutter der Nation wurde. So, with your character in Queer as Folk, so for us in Germany too, you're something like the mother of it all, the mother of all gay people. So, this is in Germany. Und sie hat einen Stern auf dem Walk of Fame. So, I think you are the first person I know with a star on the Walk of Fame. So, this is Sharon Gless. And sie ist Emmy und Golden Globe Gewinnerin, also nicht nur Nominee, sondern Gewinnerin mehrfach. You have a lots of them at home. From the Emmys and Golden Globe. And this is, zu Recht sagen wir in Deutschland, and this is what you deserve for that. And especially what you did with your role in Queer as Folk. So thank you for that. How was it to, when, do you still remember when they, now it becomes the questions. So, but they want to know things. How was it when they asked you to be this mother in a gay series for television?
Well, they didn't ask me, I asked them for the job. I did. I did. Someone sneaked me the script, and I called Showtime and asked if I could have the part. And I met the producers, and we had a wonderful time, and it was that easy. I wanted it. I wanted it very badly.
Great. Thank you. I have to translate. So, Sharon Gless sagt, Sie haben sie gar nicht angerufen, sie hat angerufen. Sie hat gesagt, oh, da gibt es so ein Buch und ich möchte gerne die Mutter spielen. Und dann haben sie gesagt, okay, sie muss es machen. Sehr schön, und sie hat es wirklich ganz toll gemacht. So, we have a second one. So, hello, are you on?
I don't know if, oh yes.
Oh, yes. And then I read all the interviews for you that you, in the Fragebogen. Rick, what is the Fragebogen in English?
Question and answer form.
Question and answer form. So, this is the horrible thing.
Oh,
so,
no.
Are
you going to quote something I said?
Yes, of course.
Can I
read
defend
all
myself?
these question and answer forms. I hate it. By the way, I hate to do such things. When they give you such forms and said, oh my goodness, what do they want to know? No. So, but this is something. An interview is okay, so we can do this live. But,
okay.
But a question is horrible for me. So, but you, that was about
this,
Cologne. Right? This is the first time for you in Cologne.
It is.
It is. This is the first time for you in Cologne, for everyone except you. It's the first time in Cologne, but not in Germany. You've been in Germany. You have to share this.
I've been in Germany
with Sharon.
Before, but this is the longest period that I've spent in this.
And you've never been in Cologne.
Never.
So this is the first time for all of you in Cologne. Yes. No, hell. The second one, you were here when? Do you have a microphone by the water there? So
I was in Munchen.
In Munchen, in the wonderful town of Munchen. So this is a very nice town. Cologne is not so nice when you look at the architecture. This is eine Ausnahme. What is Ausnahme? This is an exception for Cologne architecture. This is the very nice building here. But
I don't know. I think it's beautiful. I think Munchen's great, but it looks it's like all gingerbread houses. So I was during a rain that all the houses will wash away.
Cologne is more the
modern.
This is modern. But great to have you here.
Dankeschön.
Then it's German. It's just Dankeschön, or is it more?
Ich verstehe nicht.
Very good.
Das ist it, ja.
That's it. You were in the series from the beginning.
Yeah.
And did you thought that it is such a big thing. It was a big thing in America to do a gay man in a gay series. What was it about then, that time, when you started?
My manager told me not to do it.
Yeah, I think so. I had a lot of managers, they say the same thing.
Yeah. We knew it was a risk. We knew it was a big deal, but the show had been a hit in the UK, and I loved the character. And I thought, well, if I'm gonna go down in flames, I'd like to go down in flames.
So you're still here.
And here we are.
Without flames, but you're here.
Yeah. There's some flames.
There's some
flames.
Oh, we have a lot of flames in Köln, so especially at this place, by night. No, they open 24 hours, or are you? Ihr habt 24 Stunden geöffnet hier, ne? Oder? Sometimes, no? Das kann ich mir nicht merken. But nearly 24 hours.
We open Wembley from 12 to 6 in the morning, and from Friday 12 to Monday 6 o'clock.
That's just enough to hold the place down.
And I can watch you because my place, my apartment is over there. So now they do the very high fence, so and the trees, so I can't look there, but I can look in here now.
Just terrible.
Terrible thing. Terrible place here. So, nein, ich habe ihn gefragt, ob es schwierig war für ihn, vor allen Dingen als schwuler Mann, eben in einer schwulen Serie zu spielen. Ich weiß, dass ich eben auch oft gewarnt werde von Managern und gesagt, ach nee, nicht noch eine schwule Serie. Nun ist Ralf Morgenstern, ich habe ja nie eine Berührungsangst damit gehabt. Und es gehört ja auch zu meinem Leben dazu. Aber es ist halt so, als schwuler Mann in einer schwulen Serie einen Schwulen zu spielen, dann hat man sein Fett weg. Bei heterosexuellen Schauspielern ist es leider anders. Wenn die einen Schwulen spielen, kriegen die direkt einen Oscar. Wir spielen heterosexuelle Männer und kriegen dafür, naja, vielleicht mal einen Filmpreis. Oder vielleicht mal einen Fernsehpreis, aber mehr normalerweise auch nicht.
Exactly what you said.
I said,
I remembered, I have learned some more German now.
Yeah.
Schwules, I know that.
yeah.
Yeah, and Anna, Elke's daughter, has been teaching us dirty words.
Dirty words.
Yeah, she taught me Großpimmel.
What?
Großpimmel.
Long cable.
Yeah, long cable, exactly. And the really dirty one that everyone keeps, we get big reaction.
No, don't say that!
All right, I won't say it.
No, I'm just talking about the problem for a gay actor. So as I am, often told from my managers not to do gay series because then all the gay things. The other way around is it all heterosexual colleagues, when they play gay people in film, they get an Oscar. I don't have an Oscar for playing all that heterosexual guys on stage and in films. So, okay. So that was the question behind my question.
Yeah.
Hellsparks, about
homophobia. That's a great lead into the straight guy going,
I thought
sorry, I guess. Apologize?
For what? No. No. Computer says no.
Yeah.
So great to have you here also.
Thanks.
And congratulations to your son. Do you have kids anyway? Stepchildren? You have a stepchildren?
I have.
Godfather? Do you have children by your own? No. Not your own? Stepchildren? Patchwork families? Yeah. So,
I have 3 stepdaughters and 3 beautiful granddaughters.
oh, you won.
My husband had 3 wives, 3 daughters, and 3 granddaughters.
3 wives. But you're the last one.
Thank God.
Great, thank God. Great. So this is an experience for you in the series to have a child adopted later then with a friend, and you have children in a television series. Do you think it's still now a problem to raise children in with gay couples? Is it different? Do you have friends with gay friends or?
Yeah, one of my dear friends, Paul and his partner, live in Seattle, and they have 3 beautiful children, and they raise them very comfortably and very easily in that community. But you know, in America, time travel is actually possible, and all you have to do is get on a Greyhound bus going the wrong direction, and you'll be back 30 years in the past. And there will be places where it's nearly unheard of that a gay couple would have children or raise them or adopt or any of that. So we have a lot of work to do, clearly, in the States. Not everybody comes along at the same time.
Thank you. This is what we are here for. Too.
Yeah.
Thank you. Also Hell hat auch nochmal gesagt, also er hat auch selber im Freundeskreis schwule Männer, die Kinder erziehen, und er sagt, in Amerika ist es eben auch so, wenn du einen Bus in die falsche Richtung nimmst, das ist aber, it's the same in Germany, you take the wrong bus to,
yeah.
to
right,
some,
to 1950.
So, yeah, but in the same country. So, das ist ja hier auch so, dass wir immer noch so viel Ressentiments haben, und auch da geht auch nochmal an unsere Politiker, jetzt gerade unsere Partnerschaft hier in Deutschland so gleichzustellen, dass wir auch Kinder erziehen dürfen, dass wir erben dürfen, dass wir versichert werden, und das ist sehr wichtig, und dafür ist natürlich auch so eine Veranstaltung wie heute, die wir unter dieses Motto stellen, auch sehr wichtig, und da haben die Kollegen natürlich auch mitgearbeitet und als Schauspieler, und es ist einfach toll, dass sie auch dafür hier sind. So, what was the first when you have the first thought to go with a big fan convention after 7 years to Germany? Was it Elke?
It was all Elke.
It was all Elke. Yeah. Elke ist schuld. Elke is schuld.
Yeah, she was very persistent. She contacted me, and I thought, oh, here's another funny fan who once has a dream of having us all together, and I said, well, it's a difficult thing to do, and here's probably what it would cost, and here's what it would entail, and there's 9 people, and it's a whole lot of things. So, and I figured she'd say, oh, she'd cry and go back into her back to her bed, and that would be it. But she kept saying, oh, well, let me see what I can do. And
how long does it take to get this?
It's been a year. A year in the making. She first contacted me about a year ago.
So did you thought about a fan convention in Germany? No. Also er sagte, er hat zwar darüber nachgedacht, er hat sehr großen Kontakt zu seinen Fans die ganze Zeit, aber eine Fan convention in Deutschland oder in Köln zu machen, bless you.
Gesundheit.
I only did that to get the Gesundheit.
Gesundheit, yes. Say Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
Und es hat über ein Jahr gedauert, sagte Elke ja vorhin schon mal, das auf die Beine zu stellen. Und vielleicht an der Stelle nochmal vielen Dank allen Ehrenamtlichen und allen Mitarbeitern, die dieses Ding hier, was ja doch sehr groß geworden ist, diese Fan Convention in Köln, auf die Beine zu stellen. Vielen Dank an alle Mitarbeiter und auch an diejenigen, die uns hier in diese wunderschöne Babylon-Sauna gebracht haben. Und ich habe vorhin schon gesagt, ich war wirklich 3-mal hier, und meistens habe ich vorne gesessen mit einem Handtuch und einem Sakko an der Bar. Und, aber es ist ein wunderschöner Platz. Obwohl ich da oben eben wohne und manchmal hier drauf gucken kann im Herbst, wenn die Bäume keine Blätter haben. Haha. So.
I didn't say all that.
Every word.
But I will say that, I think the reason I kind of said, oh, here's another friend, we have had over the years people approach us and say, there was almost going to be one in Berlin a few years ago that we got very close to having a small convention with just a few of us, and it fell apart. They seem to always fall apart in the end, and other than one in France that Randy has attended a few times, they just haven't happened, and Elke has been the only one who's somehow been able to make it happen. So she's really done an amazing job in putting this all together. And it's,
thank you, Elke.
Yeah, I mean,
ich hoffe, du hast alles verstanden.
Yeah, all the credit goes to her.
Du hast alles verstanden.
Oh,
yeah.
that's true.
She talks English and understands.
Yeah.
Ich hoffe, sie auch. Also es war nochmal, er hat nochmal gesagt, also Elke hat das alles eingestielt und es dazu gemacht, was es jetzt ist. Vielen Dank, Elke, nochmal, und alle anderen. So, you're the youngest here.
Yes, definitely.
You're the youngest.
Yes, definitely. By a long shot. Are you kidding?
He is the Küken.
I'm not the same age as them, but not the most fashionable, clearly.
So, he is the youngest. This year, for good sake.
Do you know something about math that I don't? At some point, is he going to overtake us? I think he's always going to be the same distance year what? Yeah.
Probably, if science proves anything.
Exactly, yeah. If math stands up to this test.
Harris, how old were you when you started in the series?
I was 17.
17?
That was 10,
so that
10
was
years
the
ago.
original age that you played in the series?
I think I started at 15 in the series,
okay.
15 or 16.
So, also hat angefangen, diese Serie zu drehen, da war 17 und das wollte ich noch mal hören, da ist jetzt der Jüngste und Peter hat direkt gesagt, ha.
Yeah, so, I remember there was a debate about how old your character was.
That's I
that's
remember
why
15, 16.
There was the legality of showing a 15-year-old engaged in sex on a series was a big deal. So we were shooting it and we had 3 or 4 episodes, Bobby and I, where we didn't know how old he was, like dialogue-wise. It was changing all the time. Yeah. We ultimately settled on that it was okay because it was 15 because it was illegal, and so we were making that point that you were being rescued, sort of, and it ended up being that.
Yeah.
So you turned 16 quickly.
So it started, it was 12, no. And then they decided, no, 12 is not good enough. 12, he must be older. Write him older. But your original age was 17 when you started.
Yeah, I was 17 when
you were
started,
17.
and it was scripted as 15.
Did you recognize what this was about with the series? What the series did to you in that age?
Did I know what was going to happen? Did I know how good it was going to be for my